He shows up with a rare and rich authenticity and a robust connection to his audience. If this is your first experience with schema therapy, you've landed a great resource. This is a most meaningful contribution to the self-help audience as well as the therapist looking to understand this incredible treatment approach. The full schema therapy approach involves a set of concepts, questionnaires, labels, and techniques that, taken together, can feel like a lot of moving parts for the newcomer. In this book, Richard skillfully distills the core themes of self-understanding, self-talk, solid behavior change, and self-compassion into accessible and user-friendly tools you can put into practice. This book helps you understand the core concepts of schema therapy, as well as the strategies for change and how schema therapy can work in a self-help context. You will learn how to connect difficult or painful challenging early life experiences with tough feelings, such as inadequacy, shame, anger, criticalness, or abandonment, and how these emotional beliefs lead to specific survival reactions, such as detachment, overcompensation, and compliant surrender, and how such patterns lead to frustration in the present moments. A schema therapist recognized these concepts as schemas and modes, and Richard cleverly helps you to make sense of these beliefs and behaviors as they link with your origin story. The most innovative aspects of the book are those most practical. Each chapter pairs schema therapy concepts with exercises to put those ideas to use, whether you are learning more about your core needs, schemas, and modes, or practicing how to get in touch with and enhance your healthy, caring adult mode. Richard shares exercises coming from the canon of schema therapy, including the use of a schema diary, the flashcard, imagery, and chair work. But he adapts them for the self-help audience with skillful effort and thoughtfulness. His mode theater map is particularly handy as a memorable way to visualize parts of the self. A schema therapist is always mindful of the need to bring the process back to helping their client make real and sustainable change in their life, and you'll find the same determination in this book. Everyday tools, including the use of your smartphone, will assist you in staying on track with a focus on your goals, your healing destination. A core element of schema therapy is compassion and care for the self as part of the healing process, and in the final section of the book, Richard sensitively uses mindfulness techniques to help you make a practice of connecting to joy and care, keeping your motivational drivers alive and attuned. If you are experiencing the challenges of self-defeating lifelong patterns and are looking for powerful tools to make change, schema therapy offers that approach. And with this book, Richard will faithfully and creatively help you to cultivate healthy, adaptive coping skills that bring growth and change into your life in a meaningful, satisfying, and sustainable way. Wendy Beharry, LCSW. Introduction: How to talk yourself into change. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm sure you've said surprisingly negative stuff like this to yourself. You may find some of these classics familiar. Why am I so lazy all the time? I'm the worst. I shouldn't say what I think. I'm lucky that anyone would be with me. I never get the attention I need from my boyfriend, but there's no point in saying anything. That's just how it is for me. When you say something like that to yourself, you're probably feeling and thinking it at the time. But if you're able to take a pause and step back, you may realize that you're not as bad as you're making yourself sound. Mean thoughts like these may be vocalizations of states of mind that ultimately you don't even fully agree with. You may not like calling yourself lazy, telling yourself to stifle your needs, or to stay in a job you don't like, or generally attacking yourself in a bid to cope with the things you're facing. Oh, I was in a bad mood in that moment. If people heard us say out loud the things that we say to ourselves, they would be shocked, right? Often, we have mindsets that are supposed to help, but actually make things worse. So if you deal with self-sabotage and the experience of undermining your own progress, it may be that the coping skills that come most easily to you don't actually get you the results you want in your life. Consider this. We have unique mindsets that speak to us in strong voices, and they're fighting us on reaching our goals. Sometimes you may just notice the bad feeling, or sometimes you may hear the negative thought that goes with it. But either way, it's making